Very good morning, students. The previous class we have started nutrition in human being. How nutrition occurs in the human being we have discussed detailedly. The alimentary canals. What are the alimentary canals? And how the alimentary canals involve in digestion from mouth to anus we have discussed detailedly. Today we are going to discuss about villi. Villi. So where is the villi occurs? The villi occurs the inner lining of the small intestine has numerous finger-like projections called villi. So the digestion starts from the mouth. It's initiated from the mouth and ends in the small intestine, because after partially digested from the stomach and all the food items reach to the small intestine, and the small intestine also secretes some juices. The juices are called intestinal juices, which is responsible for further breakdown of food particles. Okay, so with the help of this digestive juices, the food is further breakdown in small intestine. For an example, carbohydrates break down into glucose, protein break down into amino acids, fat break down into fatty acids and glycerol. So this everything occur in the small intestine only. And also the small intestine have the inner lining of the small intestine have a finger-like projections like this finger-like projections are present. These finger-like projections are called as a villi. So what is the role of the villi? The villi only absorb digested food. The villi only absorb digested food. The structure of the villi. This is a structure of villi. This villi only consists of many blood vessels. Many blood vessels it consists. The blood vessels contain blood cells. Blood contain blood cells. The blood cells only, particularly RBC only absorb the food from the small intestine and also transport each and every cell of our body, and the cell gets energy and involve activities, regular activities. Again, now we are discussing about villi. Villi is a finger-like projections which is present in the inner lining of the small intestine. This is a structure of the villi. So the villi consists. This is a villi. The villi consists blood vessels. Blood vessels. The blood vessel contain bloods. The blood contain blood cells. So particularly RBC only absorb the digested food and transport each and every cell of our body. Okay, so the villi is how much it is present? It is present in numerous. So it is present in numerous. This villi only increase the surface area for the absorption. If there is no villi, there is no digested food absorption. So the villi only is increasing the digestive surface. Okay, so this is the structure of the villi. So the small intestine contain the finger-like projections like this. The finger-like projections like this, that is called as a villi. Okay, so if the villi is not there, there is no absorption of digested food particles and the cells will not get any energy. Okay, so the villi is very important. Okay, and after the absorption of digested food, what will happen? The cells get energy and involve regular activities, and also there is a new tissues are formed, and if there is any repaired or damaged tissues are recovered. So these occurs only possible the villi. Okay, if the villi is not there, what will happen? There is no absorption of digested food. Okay, so in the small intestine, the villi is present. So kindly copy. And next, we are going to start next line process. After this villi, the life process, one of the life process, nutrition gets over. Next we are going to start another one life process, that is respiration. Respiration we are going to start. The second life process, respiration. So what is respiration? The respiration is an acquiring, the process of acquiring oxygen and breakdown of glucose molecules or glucose, then produce energy. So this is a definition for the respiration. So before you have learned what is respiration, just inhaling oxygen, release carbon dioxide, you have learned. But from this 10th, the respiration definition is somewhat different. So what is respiration? The process of acquiring oxygen. What is acquiring oxygen? To get oxygen. So why should get oxygen? To break down the glucose. Glucose should be break down. Then only it produces energy. That energy is very essential to our body. So the process is called as a respiration. Okay. And during the respiration, what will happen? So we take oxygen and release carbon dioxide. Again, during the respiration, oxygen is intake and carbon dioxide is released. So how do you know the carbon dioxide only is exit or released during the respiration? So there are some activity to prove this statement. What activity? During the respiration, carbon dioxide is released. In the previous life process, nutrition, we have discussed some activity for photosynthesis. Chlorophyll is essential. One activity we have discussed. And during the photosynthesis, carbon dioxide is essential. The activity we have discussed. So in this respiration topic, there are two activities. The two activities proves during the respiration, carbon dioxide is released. Okay. So the activity 6.4. Activity 6.4. So under the 6.4, there are two experiments are given. Experiment A and experiment B. Activity only single, but there are two experiments. The first experiment is, there is a syringe and a attached with the rubber tube. This is filled with lime water. This is lime water. What is lime water? What is lime water? Lime water is nothing but is a solution of calcium hydroxide in the water. Just to calcium hydroxide, that is lime water. Okay, so this is syringe. Syringe we using for injection of that syringe. Then this is a rubber tube. A rubber tube. Okay, this is test tube. Okay, and another one experiment is there. It just this is freshly prepared lime water. This is tube. The air is blown. Air is blown. So what is the purpose of this activity? So during respiration, carbon dioxide is released. So that is concept, that is statement. This two experiment is proved that during respiration the CO2 is released. The first one is there is a syringe. So through the syringe they are passing the air to the test tube which is containing lime water, which is containing freshly prepared lime water. I told already what is lime water. It is a calcium hydroxide solution. Okay, so if they pass air to the lime water containing test tubes, what will happen? Carbon dioxide plus lime water react, and finally what will happen? There is a milky white will absorb again. So when we pass the air to the syringe to lime water containing test tube, then the carbon dioxide or air react with the lime water and finally the solution turn into a milky white. Okay, so the presence of milky white, it indicates there is a carbon dioxide occurs, because the carbon dioxide only able to change the lime water into milky white. Okay, so during this experiment CO2 is involved, that is proven. That another one is directly the carbon dioxide is blown directly. The carbon dioxide is blown not through the any syringe. So directly the CO2 is blown to the tube and finally reach to the lime water, and the lime water will turn the color into the milky white. Okay, so here also milky white occurs. So what is the differentiation between these A and B? So the test tube A will take some time for turning into a milky white. Again, this experiment A, the test tube A, will take time to changing or turning into milky white, because this air which is passed the air through the cylinder, this air is obtained from the atmosphere. So naturally in the atmosphere the carbon dioxide content is very less, 0.03% is consist. After there is less amount of carbon dioxide, so it takes some time for changing milky white. But in this B test tube, we directly blown the carbon dioxide. So here carbon dioxide is rich. So this test tube containing lime water will turn into a milky white suddenly. So compare than A test tube, B test tube, there is a in the turning white of milky white occurs very quickly than the A. So this is shown, this is clear, during the respiration carbon dioxide is released. So that is proven. Okay, I told you already, from the activity also question will come. So this activity we are going to do after reopens. Okay, so activity 6.4 proves during the respiration CO2 is released. So under this activity 2 experiments are given. Okay, it's very important. So kindly you read the activity line by line, is very important. So here we are taking lime water, freshly prepared lime water. So this lime water when react with the carbon dioxide, it change into the milky white color. So before it is colorless. So after react with the carbon dioxide, it turn into a milky white. Okay, so this activity is 6.4. And another one activities are given 6.5. 6.5. So that is also the same. When there is a respiration occurs, CO2 is released. This is activity 6.5. This is also true. During the respiration, carbon dioxide is released, but it little different. What is different? Here there is a test tube taken. So yeah, the test tube contains sugar molecules or sugar solution. Sugar or fruits. Sugar or fruits. Okay, and a little added yeast. Yeast. What is yeast? Yeast is a unicellular fungi. So again, in the activity 6.5 also proves during respiration carbon dioxide released. So in the test tube, have to take fruits, some fruits, juices, or else some sugar solution have to take. Sugar solution here. Sugar solution. Just we have to add a bent tube. This is a bent tube. Bent glass tube. Bent glass tube we have to take. So the first end is in the sugar solution. The another one end is that is kept in beaker or test tube with freshly prepared lime water. Freshly prepared lime water. Again, one test tube contains fruit juice or sugar solution plus yeast. Very important, yeast we have to add. And there is a bent glass tube. The one tube, one end is with the sugar solution, another one end is with lime water containing test tube or any beaker. Okay, leave this setup few hours. Leave this setup for few hours. Okay, so very important one. The test tube is there, no? The test tube should be closed with the cork. What is cork? Cork means is a blob which is made up of rubber. So if you close the rubber cork, the test tube, no, what will happen? There is no gaseous exchange for For air tighten, this setup we have fixing this rubber guard. Okay, we leave the setup for some hours. So in the absence of oxygen, the yeast granules start to grow, start to multiply into mass. How would multiply? With the intake of sugar solution, the yeast granules multiply. So what will happen? It release CO2. So the CO2 will pass into the bent glass tube and travel through this way and finally reach to lime water containing beaker. So here when the CO2 is reached into the lime water, suddenly what will happen? It change into milky white. Again this setups, so yeah, this test tube with rubber cord for air tighten and added a bent glass tube to another one, lime water containing beaker or test tube. So leave the setup for few hours. In the absence of oxygen, the yeast granules start to multiply in numerous. After intake of sugar or fruit juice. Now this is called as anaerobic respiration. What is anaerobic respiration? The oxygen will not involve in this process. So we inhale oxygen and release CO2, no, but here the oxygen is will not involve because we close the test tube tightly using the cord. So here there is no exchange of gases. So the yeast granules start to multiply after intake of sugar solution and it releases CO2 end of the anaerobic respiration, and the CO2 pass into the bent glass tube and finally reach lime water and turn into a milky white. So this is proven when the lime water turn into the milky white, carbon dioxide involved. So during the anaerobic respiration, carbon dioxide is released. That is proven. This anaerobic respiration is also called as fermentation. Okay, so the activity 6.4 and 6.5 both proven during respiration, carbon dioxide released. We have discussed. Okay, this is very important. Kindly go through the textbook. Don't forget. And now we are going to discuss respiration very detailedly. So already we have discussed about the respiration definition. What is respiration? Definition for the respiration: acquiring of oxygen, breakdown of glucose and produce energy. We have discussed. Then types. The first type is aerobic respiration, and second one is anaerobic respiration. There are two types of respiration: aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. What is aerobic respiration? The oxygen involves in the respiration process. That is called as aerobic respiration. And what is anaerobic respiration? Oxygen not involves in the respiration. process, that is called it as anaerobic respiration. So there are two types of respiration, aerobic and anaerobic. This anaerobic respiration is also called it as a fermentation. Before in the activity we discussed anaerobic respiration, also call it as a fermentation. Don't forget, anaerobic respiration also call it as a fermentation. Okay, so there are two types of respiration. So whether aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration, during this process energy glucose is breakdown and produce energy. Again, that is aerobic respiration or anaerobic respiration, anything may occur, but during this process glucose is breakdown and produce energy. Now let's see the breakdown of glucose and produce energy or release energy in various organisms, how it occurs. We are going to see the breakdown of glucose occurs in various organisms. How it occurs we see. So the respiratory pathway is given. The page number 102. The respiratory pathway is given. How it occurs in a various organisms. Let's see now. Glucose containing 6 carbon molecules. The glucose is breakdown in cytoplasm. The what form? Pyruvate. After pyruvate, it varies into various organisms. Again, there is a schematic representation in the textbook. It's very important. If you thorough in this pathway, you can score 1 mark question, sometime 2 mark question. Maximum time this question answered in the 3 mark question also, so it's very important. Okay, so the glucose is breakdown into pyruvate or pyruvic acid. The pyruvic acid contains 3 carbon molecules. Okay, and also it is produced energy. After produce the pyruvate, further it is breakdown and finally produce remaining energy, that is occurs different in various organisms. For an example, in the absence of oxygen in yeast, how it occurs? In the absence of oxygen in the yeast, how it occurs? So after pyruvate, it's breakdown into ethanol plus carbon dioxide plus energy. So this ethanol contains 2 carbon molecules. Okay, and the pyruvate, after pyruvate, in the lack of oxygen in muscle cell, how it occurs? In the lack of oxygen, here totally there is no oxygen in yeast cell, so it produced ethanol is a type of alcohol and carbon dioxide and finally energy produced. The same in our muscle cells. In the lack of oxygen, what will happen? So it produced lactic acid plus energy. Lactic acid plus energy. The lactic acid consists 3 carbon molecules. 3 carbon molecules. Here 2, here 3 carbon molecules. And presence of oxygen in mitochondria. It produces carbon dioxide plus water plus energy. So this explains how the glucose break down into various organisms and how it produce energy with another end products. So this is explanation. The glucose contains 6 carbon molecules, that is C6H12O6. This is 6 carbon molecules. This glucose is break down into pyruvate. The glucose break down into pyruvate. I told before the glucose break down and gives energy. I told no. So before energy there is another one substances, that is pyruvate, or also call it as a pyruvic acid. So the glucose into pyruvate will occur in the cytoplasm in all cells, that is aerobic respiration or anaerobic respiration. Glucose is converted into pyruvate or pyruvic acid, occurs in cytoplasm. So after pyruvate, the energy is produced now. So that is occurs in different organisms in different way. For example, in yeast cell is a no. In yeast cell, after pyruvate, ethanol is produced. What is ethanol? Is a type of alcohol. It contains 2 carbon molecules. Okay, and along with the ethanol, carbon dioxide released, and finally energy is released. Okay, so here the glucose is oxidized. I told you already what is oxidation, what is reduction, I told you already. So here the glucose is oxidized. Okay, and pyruvate is an intermediate product. And end product, ethanol and carbon dioxide. Okay, so the energies, the glucose is break down in yeast in this way. And another one is in muscle cells. In muscle cells, in animals, in human being, how it has happened? So when we run fastly, what will happen? We intake enormous amount of oxygen. No? So sometimes in muscle cells there is lack of oxygen. Oxygen is less. So in the absence of a lack of oxygen, the energy will not produced at time. What will produce? Lactic acid will produce. So the lactic acid will affect the muscle cell. So the muscle cell cannot contract and relax, and it leads to the muscle cramp. Again, this is another one important question. How do muscle cramp cause? So in the lack of oxygen in muscles, lactic acid produced. The lactic acid affect the muscle cell to contract and relax. So there is a muscle cramp. Okay, so after lactic acid, energy is produced. So this is occur in the muscle cell in lack of oxygen. And next one is in mitochondria. So we are studying about the mitochondria is what a powerhouse of the cell. We are using the word of powerhouse. Why it is called powerhouse? Because this is produce ATP. That's why it is called as a powerhouse of the cell. So in the presence of oxygen, the oxygen is present in the mitochondria, and what will happen? The CO2 is produced, water vapor, water is produced, and finally energy is produced. Okay, so the glucose is break down and produce energy that is different in different organisms. In yeast, it is produced with ethanol. Okay, and in muscle cell, lactic acid produced, and in mitochondria, carbon dioxide, water vapor produced, and also energy. Okay, here during the breakdown of or during the respiration, what substances is oxidized? The glucose is oxidized. And what is the intermediate substances in aerobic and anaerobic respiration? The intermediate substances is pyruvate or pyruvic acid. Pyruvate or pyruvic acid. So what is the end product of aerobic and anaerobic respiration? So this occurs in the yeast cell. No, this is considered this an aerobic respiration because oxygen is not involved, and which is occurs in the mitochondria, it is considered aerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration. So what is the end product of anaerobic respiration? End product of anaerobic respiration is ethanol and carbon dioxide. The energy is produced. Energy is the final product. Is compulsorily produced, but along with the energy, what is produced, that is end product. So ethanol and carbon dioxide is end product. And end product of aerobic respiration is carbon dioxide and water. So usually energy also produced. Along with the energy, what is the product? That is end product. So carbon dioxide and water is the end product of aerobic respiration. Okay, again this is a pathway of how glucose is break down and release energy in various organisms. Okay, one is yeast, another one is muscle cell, and in mitochondria how it is occurred. We have discussed. Okay, the glucose is not directly produce energy. Between the energy and glucose there is an intermediate substances is pyruvate. So the glucose into pyruvate occurs in both aerobic and anaerobic respiration in the cytoplasm only. So after the pyruvate, it is very in a different based on the organism. Okay, so the glucose into pyruvate, the process is called as glycolysis. Again, the breakdown of glucose into pyruvate, the process is called as glycolysis. Glycolysis. This is not in the textbook, anyhow it is important. What is the glycolysis? The breakdown of glucose into two molecules of 3 carbon compound pyruvate. This is called glycolysis. So kindly note it down in your textbook that glycolysis is very important. And next one is differentiation. So this is very important, and sometimes they will ask differentiate between the aerobic and anaerobic respiration. This respiratory pathway is very important. Sometimes it will be asked in the 1 mark, or sometimes 2 mark or 3 mark. Aerobic respiration. Another one is anaerobic respiration. The first point, in aerobic respiration, oxygen involves. Oxygen involves. Here, in anaerobic respiration, oxygen not involves. This is the first point. Oxygen will involve. Here, oxygen will not involve. Okay, and the second point, in aerobic respiration, more energy released. Here, less energy released. Less energy released. So in the activity, the last we have seen activity 6.5 now. 6.5 activity we have discussed now using sugar solution, yeast granules, yeast sugar solution and produce the carbon dioxide. No, the carbon dioxide, the process will take some time. The process will take some time, suddenly will not happen. Okay, so here more energy is released, here less energy is released. And next one is end product. Third point is end products are carbon dioxide and water. End products are carbon dioxide and water. So here end products ethanol and carbon dioxide. This is the end product. Sir, lactic acid is given, sir. That lactic acid we should not talk here. So that is occurs rare occasion in muscle cells. So in the anaerobic respiration we have to consider yeast. So in the yeast cell what happening, along with the energy, ethanol and carbon dioxide also released. So these are the differentiation between the aerobic and anaerobic respiration. This is an important 3-mark question. So here oxygen involves, oxygen will not involve. More energy is released, here less energy is released. End products are carbon dioxide. Here end products, ethanol is a type of alcohol and carbon dioxide. Okay, so this anaerobic respiration is also called as a fermentation. So kindly you note it down in your textbook, fermentation. This is very important, fermentation, the term. Okay, that's all. So kindly you draw the previous diagram, nutrition a human being diagram should be drawn, and also the breakdown of glucose in the various organisms, the pathway. You have to write in your classwork note is very important. Okay, if you know this, if you know that the respiratory, the pathway, the respiratory pathway, you can answer for 1 mark, 2 mark and 3 mark. Compulsory from this topic, very short answer or 3 mark question will come. Okay, so that kindly you copy down in your classwork note. Again, from school we are requesting, it's a very serious and a pandemic situation, so don't go unnecessarily. Wear mask, even you are stay at home, the time also you have to wear mask. Frequently wash your hands, don't go out unnecessarily, and keep touch with us, whether that is online or offline, and complete the classwork and very important worksheets. So this worksheet only going to help after complete the portion for as revision, in revision. So kindly you do both, that is classwork and completing worksheet. So keep touch with us. If any queries or any doubt, kindly you call the particular or concerned subject teachers and clarify your doubts. Thank you.